Easy people. Right, now then, Triumph Acclaim starter motor. So where I am sitting in relation to the engine is pretty much up against the bulkhead, where you'll find the water valve that does the heating system. Okay, so your starter motor would go in this area here. Let's have a look at that. So there's two bolts. Now, the two bolts look like this. One of them is 4 inches long, or 100 mil, and the other one is 5 inches long at 125 mil. The longer bolt goes at the bottom of the starter motor, and the shorter bolt goes at the top of the starter motor. So let's have a quick look at the orientation of the starter motor. Here we have it. You've got the cable loop on the back here. You've got your piggyback solenoid. That is the top as you will see it when it's in the engine bay. If we go and turn it round, we'll see that we have the main battery connection there. It is earthed through the bolts in the flange that you can see down there, and that little electrical connector there is the input from the starter motor, or from the relay, from the ignition switch. Okay, now as we look at it, we find the longer bolt goes in through the back underneath the inlet manifold where you can barely see it, and that passes through there. It's quite a tight fit, which is why I haven't put the oil pressure sender unit or pipe on that yet, nor the pressure switch. Okay, yeah, that bolt there will literally just clear it. Okay, the top bolt goes in from the opposite direction. That goes through on top of this direction here. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to pick up the starter motor, and I'm going to toss it in the hole like this. Okay. I shall pull the bolt out and twizzle it a bit like that. I'll get a couple of turns on that. Splendid. Right, then the bottom one will go into the bottom there, but we need to pull this in a little bit more so it's a little bit more in line. Yeah, that's it. Wrong socket. Excuse me a minute whilst I have a precious moment. There we are. So for that we will need a 14mm socket. Is that a 14? Did I just pick the wrong blooming socket again? I did. I don't know. There, that's more like it. That'll go in there. Now then. Here's one I prepared earlier, huh? Bring that up tight. Well, tighten it a bit. Now, I've put copper slip on these because basically they are rather prone to corroding. Now what we'll do is we'll put a torque wrench setting on these, and we're going to torque them down to 25 pounds-feet, whatever that turns out to be in Puton feeters. Okay, so there you are. That's the starter motor. Your cable comes in there, piggybacks off the back of there, and don't forget, right hidden in this point here, see, even I got that wrong, right underneath here is where the electrical connector for the starter motor will go on operating the solenoid. Okay, I hope this helps. Good luck. This is a bit of a get to do in the engine, but the worst job, I suppose, will be the alternator, and I will tell you much about the wisdom of that in the next video. Right, laters.